be regarded as the cycle of creation, perhaps. The other example that I can give with the rain. When you see it is hot and the water perhaps evaporate and it goes to high and falls back. When something falls back, I think it decomposes where it has started. And I think also, it is safe to mention, to say, that emptiness, you see, at first, the water emptied to an elevated high as evaporation and formed the clouds, and then later fell back into the rivers or on the ground or on the earth. So I think this cycle of perhaps creation, you can see that you cannot necessarily put into it that there is a gravity in the sense. Like I've mentioned in the previous video, saying speaking about the gene, saying the gene is the smallest part of a person that directed all creation of himself. So I think also the finest point that I'm talking about may be the one that directed the whole humanity or universe and is the one that all creation will be decomposable to, or diminished to, or cycled to, or returned to. And in the context of saying gravity exists, I think you may say, maybe name that finest point as the G-rev, or the representative that is immediate created from that point, may be perhaps referred as the G-rev when you try perhaps to refer to the existence of gravity. Like I've mentioned in the beginning, that I'll try to say something that may be referred as the gravity. I think when you can refer gravity as the G-rev, I think it may be relevant. Mostly perhaps when you are adopting the understanding of saying you have included the G definition in your saying. You can see, I have the video where I was explaining the definition of the gene. When I was reviewing the field of health. I said the gene is, the existence of the gene may be true because they used the GE, which may be, they say, they were trying to imply to say G in. So when you name gravity as G-rev, referring to the finest point, of course, I think you may be relevant. Also, I think there are other people, or let me try to acknowledge other people who try to be revolving around gravity, such as the people who were trying to speak about black hole. I think they may be somehow relevant because in the black hole, they are speaking about the whole. So in that black hole, I think it may be that there is a finest point that is having the ability to do that attraction. The attraction in any way, I think, is just the emptiness of the whole, that a nature of some sort, or of any sort, of any kind maybe, is decomposable to it. Is decomposable to it. I don't want to be more complex about this. Perhaps I'll take it to the higher point. I'll try to take it to the higher level in other videos. Perhaps, especially when you show some interest in the video. When I start to know that or suspect that the gravity is not existing, I came to see when I see the clouds hanging there on their own, I start to question myself why the clouds are able to stand there on their own. Then I came to identify that it may be that what is called gravity is not necessarily existing. If you can be able to build something and put it there where the cloud stays, in the manner in which the clouds can be able to retain themselves there, it means that something can be able to stand there. For example, what they call service stations there, they say they are putting them in an orbit of some sort. I think the world, as they say, others they say, is revolving. The revolution of the world, I think, is sustained in the manner in which is like a gale, a strong wind that is revolving, or cyclone, you may say. And by the way it's revolving, it is causing something like a gravity, or what we refer as gravity, is gravitating to itself, like a whirlwind or a gale pulling things towards its direction, or itself. Let me say itself. They say in the center of cyclone is calm. And also, I don't know if someone went into the black hole and see what is going on in the black hole. But since they're saying it's the hole, I think it's also calm there. So this common perception may be a clear evidence that what I'm talking about, I'm saying the transparent I'm saying the finest point, it is the one that is the attraction, or what may be referred as attraction. Because when you have an empty bucket and pour water, it will go in. Let me just adjourn here. I'll see you next time.